Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Today we are going to continue from where we stopped in our last class. In our last class we stopped at question 2, so we're going to continue from there today, from question 3. So question 3a says, mention 2 examples of projectile in sport. Mention 2 examples of projectile in sport. So that is question 3a. So question 3a. So 1, thrown shot put, it's an example, and 2, thrown javelin. So these are some of the examples of projectile in sport. Mind you, if you just say shot put, the examiner might mark you wrong. If you just say shot put or just write javelin, this is not a correct way of answering the question. So thrown javelin actually perform projectile motion, and thrown shot put perform projectile motion. Those are the examples of projectile in sport. But if you just mention shot put or javelin, you might get it wrong. Please take note. Sometimes you know answer, but the way you answer it might put you in trouble. Is that clear? So let's look at question 3b. So question 3b says, a ball is to be kicked through a distance of 30 meters at a speed of 20 meters per second. Calculate the angle at which it should be projected, neglecting air resistance, and take g to be 10 meters per second squared. Is that correct? So, solution, given that we're given the horizontal distance, so that should be the range, which is equal to, is said to be 30 meters. Is that correct? 30 meters. And what else? The speed, that is u, is said to be 20 meters per second. Then we have to calculate the angle. Is that clear? Given that g is equal to 10 meters per second squared. Good. So if that is the case, we are looking for the angle theta. So can you remind me the formula that relates this? Good. I trust you can remember. Range is equal to u square sine what? Good of you, 2 theta all over g. Is that correct? So the next thing is to substitute our value, or you make this subject of the formula substitute your value. So whichever way you do, we're going to have the mark for substitution according to examiners. We'll have answer. There's going to be a score, a mark for this formula. Then the next is for substitution. So whichever way you decide to do, either to substitute the value direct here now, or you make this subject of the formula before substitution. So all is the same as far as you do correct substitution. I hope I'm making sense. So from here, our R is 30 equal to U is said to be 20, which is squared, multiplied by sine 2 theta, everything divided by 10. So the next thing here is 30 equal to 20 squared, that gives us 400, multiplied by sine 2 theta all over 10. Is that clear? So from here, I can decide to cross multiply, or since it is this, 0 cancel this 0. So I'll be left with 30 over 1 equal to 40 multiplied by sine 2 theta. Right? So some student will make an example by saying divide both sides by sine. Right? So the first thing you do to eliminate this number, you divide both sides by 40. Yes, by 40. So this by 40. There's no need, you might not even make it over 1. Anyone will do, is still correct. So over 40, then I'm going to have 30 divided by 40 will be equal to what? Will be equal to sine 2 theta, because this might have cancelled each other. Is that correct? So when you are done with that, the next thing, this implies that sine 2 theta is equal to 3 all over 4. So what do I do to get my theta, since the theta is my target? So we're going to have 2 theta is equal to sine inverse of 3 all over 4. Is that correct? 2 theta is equal to sine inverse. So how do I get my sine inverse? You say, you can just say 3 divided by 4, whatever it gives you, you press shift, right? You press shift, then you say sine inverse of the answer. So you have 48.49. So that will give us 48.59. Is that understood? So this implies that our 2 theta is equal to 48.59. Therefore, theta is equal to 48.59 all divided by 2. So press your calculator. That should give us what? Divided by 2 gives us 24 point. Give us 24 point what? 0.295. So if we approximate, our theta will be equal to 24.3 degree. As simple as that. So I hope this is understood. I think we are going to stop here for today and continue from here in our next class. Thank you for your time. See you in the next class.